Yeah, what's up, guys? Good evening. This is Crypto Toilet again. My name is Arifemi JC, as usual, and some people knows me as mostly known as Simple J. All right, but this evening I just want to do a quick video tutorial. I usually say quick video tutorial, but I end up doing a long video, and that is because I like explaining to you guys. So if the video is long as usual, please, I apologize. If it's taking your MB, don't be annoyed. Like in crypto, you can't know everything. Like you can't just assume you know everything. In fact, even me, I don't know everything. There are some things you might know I don't know. Even a newbie can know I don't know. In fact, for the past few months, newbie made money more than OG, more than even the Oga. The reason is newbie does not study white paper. While OG is studying white paper, newbie is busy making money. And it is, in fact, it was even newbie that made money most from Dogecoin. That is the truth, because most of us that knows about crypto called Doge a shit coin. So even while Doge was rising, our ego did not allow us, but we were still saying 84 till it went to 50 to 70 cents. So, but like I said, there are things you need to know, which so that I don't just trade blindly, all right? Most especially about decentralized exchange. And what I want to teach you guys this evening is I want to just explain to you what LP means, all right? Liquidity pool or liquidity provider. I just want to explain what LP means, all right? So that you will know what it means for a coin to be logged, all right? How a coin is being logged and where a coin is being logged. So when you have all the ideas of these things, when you try to do your own research on new coin, new gems, you will know what to look out for, what to expect, all right? So let's start, all right? So you've definitely heard about people saying LP, liquidity, all right? And you might be wondering, what is LP? LP is liquidity pool, all right? And to better understand what this is, let's head straight to Pancakeswap. And we go to pancakeswap.info. Let's see why it's synchronized. All right. So guys, you have to pay attention to this explanation. So what is liquidity? Before I explain what this Pancakeswap this thing is and how what's gonna be done here, before we practicalize something here, all right? I want to explain something to you guys. Now, what is liquidity? Like I said, liquidity is just like money, all right? This is what happened. Now, we are in the DeFi group, all right? Then we said, okay, we want to create a token, okay? Now, we created a token, all right? Or rather, let me say money, all right? What makes money acceptable is what? The ability to spend it. I mean, what gives money its value is the ability to spend it. And anything can be money as far as it's acceptable before us, right? If we are 20 people, let's say we are 20 friends, and we brought out the paper and design it somehow, we can make that paper money. It is the fact that the 20 of us will be accepting it. Let's say we have what we are selling. As far as I can use it to purchase something from you, it becomes acceptable, right? Now, to better understand what liquidity is just like a money that gives a token value. And that liquidity, that money that gives token value is very, very important. Why? Now, because let's say we are in DeFi group and we created a token called maybe DeFi crypto, all right? Then we made the supply of the total supply of the crypto, let's say about 1 million, all right? About 1 million, all right? So now, after creating this token, we call it DCH, DeFi Crypto Hunter, DCH, all right? Total supply is 1 million, right? Now, this coin is useless, all right? So, what is going to happen with this coin? How do we make this coin useful? Because we just created this token, but why is this token useless? Because it's not acceptable yet. There's no money backing it up. There's nothing backing this token up. So it's useless, because if you just send it to my wallet, it's useless. That's why some tokens which you guys have, add this to your wallet, send the result to this, and they give it, becomes useless. Why? Because it's not being acceptable. No one is accepting it. It can't be traded. But we just created this crypto. Then how can we make this crypto traded? How can we trade this crypto? It's two ways. Number one, you see that I run pre-sale. What is pre-sale? Pre-sale is like, okay, I've created this token. Now I can now tell people that, okay, we'll be launching this token. We want to add this token. We want to provide liquidity for this token. We want to add this token to exchange. We want this token to be traded. But for us to do that, now I'm now telling people from this 1 million token that, see, pre-sale is not like saying, okay, buy this coin while it's not being listed yet, give me your money, all right? Deposit your money with me, contribute your money, give me your money, then I will use your money to add this coin. We demonstrate it. Now, what does pre-sale mean? You know, this coin has not been listed in any exchange because you can't list it now. It does not have any value, but we are trying to provide value. The only thing we can use to provide value is money. It's two ways. Now, if the developer by itself has money, let's say I'm very, very wealthy, then I don't really need the help of people to contribute. But then I will just use my own money to go and list this thing. But it means when I list it, I will have larger share of this coin because I can't list everything. Because I will explain how this thing works. So I can't list everything. I can list like half, and I will own the other half. 50%. I can list like about 500,000 of this coin. 500,000 will be in my wallet. All right. So that way it is bad. Why? Because the div will have 50% of the coin. But if I run pre-sale, then I will not have 50% because we have to reserve some for liquidity. Because there's liquidity means pairing two coins, pairing our coin with another coin that already have value. That is what liquidity means. You want to pair it so that it's not the other coin will give this our coin value, like pairing this our coin with either BNB, because BNB already have value, or USDT. Okay? Or USDT. We want to pair it. So anything we use to pair this coin is what will give you the value. All right. We want to attach a money that already has value to this coin. All right. We want to pump that money into that coin. So the money is what will give it value. All right. We want to put the money in it. It's what will give it value. Just like Naira. All right. Just like I don't know if you've used PayPal dollars before and all this if you've used website, maybe PayPal and co before. What gives PayPal dollar value is the money. The money people are putting into it. Normally, PayPal dollars is just like once you log into their website, you see your balance, $1,000, blah, 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 blah. The figures you are seeing there is not the real money. The real money is the money that is inside the account of PayPal owner. All right? But forget about all this English I'm saying. We will do practical. You will understand with the practical once we start. So, but we have to pair a coin that already has value with this our shitty coin, our coin, because our coin has no value until we pump money into it. Until we have something, a money, a currency that already has value backing this our token up, it becomes useless. And that is where liquidity comes into place. But when I want to add liquidity, now, if I want to run pre-sale, I can't use all this 1,000 token to run, 1 million token to run pre-sale, because I have to reserve some that I will use, that will pair with this BNB or USDT, because we want to raise money for this coin. So what's going to happen? So pre-sale means I want to raise money for this coin. But for me to raise money for this coin, it means I will give people part of this coin. They will give me part of the either BNB or USDT, whatever money I'm trying to collect from them, whatever money I'm trying to collect from them, all right? They will give me. So what's going to happen? So I can now decide, okay, I'm not the one that I'm now set the price that, okay, this is what's going to happen. I will tell them that, okay, I can now decide that, okay, if you give me 1 BNB, all right, I can tell them that if you give me 1 BNB, okay, if you give me 1 BNB, okay, if you give me 1 BNB during my pre-sale, all right, then I will give you maybe like 50,000 of the CH on my pre-sale. So there will be a smart contract that will be coded, and maybe I'm not telling them that, see, minimum contribution is, I cannot tell them, okay, give me one, so maximum contribution is 1 BNB, and 1 BNB is equal to 50,000 DHAs. Automatically during the pre-sale, I've set the price of this coin to what? 1 BNB is equals to 50,000 DCH. All right. So now I can decide that, okay, out of this coin that I will only be selling I can tell them that, okay, out of this 1 million, just 700,000, all right, is available for pre-sale, is what I want to sell out to public, all right. Just 700,000 is what is available for pre-sale. So, but since I said 1 BNB, is equals to what? It's equals to 550,000 DCH. It means if you give me 1 BNB, you will collect 50,000 DCH. All right. So which means the 700,000 worth of BNB, 700,000 worth of DHA that is available for pre-sale automatically means for us to now know the worth of this 700,000 DCH, we have to divide 700,000 times 50,000. All right. So if I divide 700,000 times 50,000, 700,000 divided by 50,000, all right, that is 14. Then it means 14 BNB, all right. It means 14 BNB, okay, all right, is equals to, all right, 700,000 DCH, all right. So now 14 BNB is 700,000 DCH, all right. Now I can decide to say minimum contribution is 0.1 BNB, all right. Maximum is equals to 1 BNB. Minimum is equals to what? Contribution 0.1 BNB, all right. So now, it means we only have 700,000 worth of tokens for pre-sale, from what I've declared as 1 BNB being 50,000 DCH, it means 700,000 DCH that is available means 14 BNB, and that means we are trying to raise 14 BNB for our pre-sale, so that is the 14 BNB we now use to add liquidity. Now, this is how it works. So now, from there, what do you think minimum contribution will be? What do you think 0.1 BNB will be? Which is the minimum? It means 0.1 BNB will be what? 5,000, because divided by 10. So 50,000 divided by 10, because this is times 0.1 times 10 is equals to 1 BNB. So this means 5. So if you contribute 0.1 BNB, you are getting what? 5,000 worth of DCH. All right. That is how pre-sale is being done. All right. Now, Mr. A bought 1 BNB, 50,000. We decided to cap it at minimum contribution per user as 1 BNB because we don't want to, because definitely there are some people that have 14 BNB. They can buy audio 700,000. So that is why we say no, maximum contribution is 1 BNB. All right. So from here, we've been able to set this price. All right. So which means our 700,000 worth of DCH, which is available for pre-sale, we'll be able to use it to raise 14 BNB. And 14 BNB, so let's say now we've run the pre-sale, we've succeeded running this pre-sale. So what happens? What actually happens is all the 700,000 tokens has been distributed to the wallet of those that contributed, that participated in the pre-sale. All right, it's now in their wallet. Some people has 50,000, some has 5,000, some has 10,000. Maybe some people contribute to 0.2, which is 10,000, 0.3, which is 15,000, 0.4. 20,000, 0.5, 25,000 worth of DCH. Now, but we know that we've raised 14 BNB, right? Good. So what's going to happen? Now, the developer now has the 14 I have the 14 BNB on my hands, right? Now, it now depends on how I run the pre-sale. If I run the pre-sale manual pre-sale is the sense that I have my own website which I designed. I've already coded my smart contract that send 0. If you send any BNB to this contract address, it automatically send back this social amount of coin to you. All right, that is the manual way of running pre-sale. All right, but it's risky for investors. Why is it risky? Now, if you send a BNB to that smart contract address, maybe this contract address, maybe after developing this token, this is the contract address of the token, is 0xCAT, all this blah 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 blah. Okay, all this. All right. So when you send, all those things you people say is send 0. Something, they will return token to you. Now, if we run a pre-sale like that locally from my own website, all right, the way why it's risky is if I'm not loyal, okay, if I'm a bad div, my coin does not have any meaning. yet. You can't do anything with it yet because I've not added liquidity. I've not added liquidity means money. Don't forget, when you hear liquidity, it means money. Now, liquidity in our own case now means money. The main liquidity here is the BNB you guys are giving me, all right? Because that's what will give my coin value. But for me to give it value, I'll go and do it on either Pancakeswap, julswap, Uniswap. But if it is Binance Smart Chain we are using, definitely we are going to be using Pancakeswap, julswap, all right, or bakeryswap. Uniswap is meant for Ethereum-based this thing. So now, you've given me your 14 BNB because when you send the 14 BNB to the smart contract, it automatically enters my own wallet. Then a coin is sent back to your own wallet, the coin that has no value. Now, if I'm a bad div, I don't scam you, be that. Why? If I'm a bad div, I can, because you don't know me now. If you don't know me, I can decide to elope with your 14 BNB because your 14 BNB is sitting in my wallet, which they've done with, we fell for such like fish. Those of us that invested in fish back then. Fish swap, what are they calling it? They elope with my 2 BNB. So, 2 BNB worth 90,000. I sent 2 BNB to the smart contract. The smart contract sent back to me 90,000 fish swap. So what is going to happen is this: if I'm a bad person, all right, I will elope with your 14 BNB because it's not in my wallet, all right. But if I'm a good dude, but instead of doing that, if I'm a good dude, now this is where it gets interesting. Now, what will give the token value, right? So what is going to happen? I will now take your 14 BNB. I will now go and provide liquidity, and I will be showing you how liquidity is being provided. But I might not use all the 14 BNB. Now, remember that I only sold 700,000 to you guys. I still have about what? 300,000. And that 300,000 I have is about 30% of the 100% token. 10% of this 1 million is 100,000, and I have 3,000 worth of it. So that is what me holding 30%. So what is going to happen? Now, if I want to provide liquidity, all right, if I want to provide liquidity, because you guys are participating in pre-sale, you are early investors, and you guys have to make profit now. That is the essence of pre-sale is you were the one that helped me to fund. You gave me your money so that we can give this coin. I'm the one that do all the job by creating the token. But you now, okay, you want to make profit. That is why you are participating in the pre-sale, giving me your money. You want to make profit. So if I want to provide liquidity for this coin on Pancakeswap, I will not provide liquidity at 1 BNB is equals to 50,000 DCH anymore. I cannot do that again. I cannot do that anymore. All right? I can't do that again. I can't do that anymore. The reason is, if I do this, then what is the essence of you buying pre-sale from me? What is the essence? You want to make money. So I can decide to say, okay, I want you to make 50% of your money instantly. Maybe I promise, maybe I'm a good person. I want you guys to make 50% of your money instantly. So if I want to provide liquidity on Pancakeswap, I want to set it. I want to set the price for this token on Pancakeswap. Now, I will set my price. Look, if I want you guys to make 50% of your money instantly, I will set the price to 1 BNB is equals to, all right, 25,000 DCH. So what is the difference between this? The difference between this is anyone that want to buy now from my SC, once I list it, is getting a lesser DCH. And what does that mean? It means you already have 50 DCH for participating in the pre-sale. So what does this mean? What does this mean? Now, it means automatically you've earned 2 BNB because you have 50,000 DCH, and I'm listing, and the listing price I want to list is what? 50% of the actual price you bought. I want to give you, you are making back. That means I'm listing as, I want you to make your money 100% of your. That means when I list as 1 BNB, it's cost to 25,000 because the listing price must always be lower than the pre-sale price. Why? Because if I list this thing as 1 BNB cost to this thing on the exchange, you are not making money. It's still the same thing. So what is the essence of you participating in the pre-sale? You could have waited for me to list first before you buy, because you took risk. The fact that you took risk to buy with your money, you took risk by giving me your money. You don't know me. You participated in the pre-sale. It was a risk. So for taking that risk, definitely you have to earn. For taking the risk, you have to earn money. So I mean, being a nice diva, because definitely I don't want to. You helped me to list the coin. Definitely you did that because you wanted to make profit. So if I'm to list this coin, I won't list at the same price you buy. It must be lesser than the price you buy. Now, but I can decide to say, okay, I will list this price at maybe 30,000, all right, 30,000 this year, you still make money. You will still make about 80% of your money, because if I list at this price, what do you think this price with? It means you will earn about 1.8. You will have 1.8 BNB. As far as I'm listing it lower than this price, all right. So what is going to happen now? I want to go and list. So what's going on? How am I going to list it? That is where we want to do now. Fine. I hope you understand at this stage. Now you've already buy. And for this also, remember, if I list this thing at 1 BNB is equals to 25,000. All right. It means the person that bought 0.1 BNB worth of our DCH, all right, which was 5,000. All right, it means automatically the person too will make 0.2 BNB, because listing at 0.25 means anyone who is going to buy 0.1 BNB worth of DCH will only be able to buy 2,500. And this nigga right here has 5,000. It means he has 10 times short of his money too. That is how pre-sale work. All right, that is the essence of pre-sale, and that is what I'm trying to explain to you guys contributing for our project. All right, to those of you that are in our project group that is contributing, that is the benefit you guys are going to enjoy, because by the time we are going to list it, after we are done with the project and everything, we won't be listing at the same price you contributed. For those that contributed maybe $30, maybe when we list, $30 might fetch you maybe like $60, and for that is when we just list to. And for those of you that contributed $500, by then your $500 based on the listing price definitely will be as we are listing immediately, you're automatically maybe earning about $1,000 for contributing $500. That's what I was telling you. See that we set the price to $30 minimum contribution does not mean you always contribute $30. So some people just contributed $30. When we list, you will get 100% of your money, fine. So you can't compare the 100% of your money, $60, with somebody that contributed $500. The person that contributed $500, once we list, might get $1,000. But that does not mean the person will get $1,000 or you get $60. That is when we list immediately. But because people will now start coming to buy the token, that is where it gets rosy. The price will now shoot up, and you now see that a person that contributed $500 on the day of listing, by the time people start aping and start buying, the person that contributed $500 to the project, by the time of that, might make times 10 of his money, because the price might move times 10. All right, immediately, because people will be aping it, most especially since with the project we are working on, we want to do we want to create a use cases, we want to launch use cases which we bring people in after promotion. So the person that invested $500 by then, within a day, might make $5,000 or even $5,000 to $10,000. All right, so even times 20. All right, $10,000, because and why if it is times 20, then you have to multiply your $20, your $30 times 20. That's about you will make about $600, but the person that invested $500 might have made about $10,000. That is the difference between somebody that contributed a reasonable amount of money and somebody that contributed a small amount of money. This is how pre-sale works. All right. So now what's going to happen? Now we want to list it. I have 14 BNB. So what's going to happen? I might not use all the 14 BNB to list. The reason is this: part of the 14 BNB will now be used for marketing. Some will be used for promotion. Some will be used for that. I can also, okay, from the 14 BNB, I will remove 60% of the BNB and use the 60% of the BNB to list now, or 70% of the BNB, or even 80% of the BNB. So because 80% of 14 is what? Let's calculate it. 14 times 80, right, divided by 100, right? Oh god, that is what? 11.2 BNB, right? So now 11.2 BNB is the 80%. So I cannot decide, okay, let me use 80% of the BNB to list. So what is going to happen now? So now, since I want to use 11.2 to list, right? So 11.2 2 BNB out of the 14 BNB is what I want to spend on listing. So now, what do you think the total number of DCH I will list, I will pair to this BNB will be? It's gonna be. Remember, I've set it. I want to list the BNB at 1 BNB. It's equals to what? 225,000 DCH. So what's gonna happen? So it means 11.2 BNB times, right, 25,000, right? So 11.2 BNB, right? So 11.2 BNB, right? 0.2 times 25,000 DCH, right? 25,000 is how much? 280 DCH. Now, remember, how many DCH do I have on ground? Just 300,000. Now, because this thing which I want to use to provide liquidity means I'll be removing it from the remaining DCH in my own balance, the 300,000. If I minus it from 300,000 DCH, 300,000 DCH, I'll be left with 20,000 DCH, which is impossible for me, the div, to hold 20,000 DCH. So what's going to happen? Then, if from the onset, I told you people that div will hold 5%, so what's going to happen with the 5%? If I say div is going to hold 5% of the DCH, what do you think is going to happen? Let's say I say div is going to collect 5% of the total 1 million DCH. All right? If I say div is going to collect, okay, maybe 10%. Or div is going to collect 6% rather. Let me just say div is going to get 6% of the total token. Let me tell you something. If it is a loyal div, there's nothing wrong with div collecting 10% of the total token. Let's be sincere with ourselves. Normally, there's nothing wrong. If you see some token that the div is holding 10%, the reason why some 10% is not good is some divs are not loyal. If it is a good div, there's not, on a very good day, when you see project, they are always 10%. That is what div usually collects. But if it is more than 10%, that makes it bad, all right? But if div is going to collect 10% of the token, it must be that maybe there's no amount of the token bond. But if the token has been bond, let's say it is 1 million, we bond 500 million. We'll be left 500 million. So if div is going to collect 10% of 500 million, all right, the 10% div should collect will be what? 50,000. All right, should be what? 50,000. So, but some div will try to trick you. They created a token of 1 million, total supply 1 million. They will now say they are holding 10% of it, which is how much? 100,000. All right, and they've bond 500,000. Then it automatically means they are not holding 10%. They are holding 20%. They are just trying to trick you. They are trying to trick you because to you, you'll be thinking they will now start and split it in 2 wallets. Because to you will say, okay, total supply is 1 million. All right. But what you should understand is, before you can decide the total supply of a coin, don't just look at the total supply you see on BSC scan. The total supply that you should consider is after the bond. How many did they bond? If I create 1 million total supply of a coin, all right? If I create 1 million total supply of a coin, 1 million total supply of a coin, if I say I bond 50%, I'll be left with 500%. I'll be left with 500,000. So if I'm left 500,000, 10% of 500,000 is what? Is 50,000. Now, if I'm holding 100,000, it means I'm holding 20% of the coin because I've already bought 50%. I'm holding 20% of the coin. So, but some deal with user and tricky people because they know that some people don't know how to calculate this thing. Because you'll be seeing a total supply on Binance Smashing. The deal will not say they are only holding 10%. You say, okay, 10% is not much. Now 10% of one this thing is not much. But not knowing that they are only 20% because they are holding 100. Because when you see them holding 100,000, you be saying, 100,000 is 10% of 1 million. I lie. They are holding 20% because they've bought 500,000 out of this coin. If 500,000 means they send it to dead wallet, dead account, nobody controls that account. Not even anybody on this earth controls it. Nobody controls, so it cannot be retrieved. That is the meaning of bond. They've sent it, nobody controls it again. So the ones people have access to control is 500,000, which the div have access to control is 500,000. Even the div does not have access to control the 500,000. But at that time when he created the token, the ones he have access to control is 500,000. But once you guys start buying it, it does not have access to control the money in your wallet anymore. All right. But it means the coin that can be circulating, that can be moving from wallet to wallet left, that can be moved is 500,000. So when div now saying is holding, so when you see div holding 100%, when you see div holding 100,000 of this coin, it is holding 20% because he has destroyed 500,000. All right, so he has destroyed it. So please take care, be careful. So let's go back to what we're discussing now. You know, let's say I created 1 million this CH now. Let's say I've already told you guys we are no point burning anything because the supply is small. So there's no point burning 50% out of the 1 million to it. Does not make any sense because the total supply is already small. But the thing is, when I created the coin on onset and I tell you guys that, okay, fine, I will collect 10%. I'm taking 10% as the div, that we use 10% as div, 10% for marketing, 10% for development, making 5% for div, 5% for development, making 10% of the total coin. So 10% of the total 1 million is what? Is 100,000. Now, remember that I gave you guys 700,000 as public sales. I allowed the public to buy 700,000 worth of this coin. All right, I allowed the public to buy 700,000 worth of this coin. All right, which I was left with 300,000 in my wallet. Now, me being the div, I will take 50,000. The remaining 50,000 will be used for development of maybe whatever we say we are trying to do. So that means we'll be left with how much? 200,000. The 200,000 worth of token we are left with will be what will be used to provide liquidity. This is what I will add to Pancakeswap as liquidity, which I will pair to the BNB you guys contributed. All right. So that means, and you guys have gathered 14 BNB. So what is going to happen with 14 BNB now? This is what's going to happen. It means my 200,000. All right. It depends now. Which price do I want to list this thing? Now, fine. If I say 1 BNB is equals to what? 25,000. All right. If I say 1 BNB is equals to 25,000. All right. So it means for me to list so like I said, guys, I never knew. I have just been talking and I did not even record. Man, the thing weak me. Why can't I take down now? Now, when we come here, it's time to add liquidity, right? I want to give our coin value. So we will choose liquidity. We come to Pancakeswap. We click on add liquidity. All right. Once we click on add liquidity, all right. Normally you come to Pancakeswap. You click on liquidity. Once you click on liquidity, you click on add liquidity. All right. Once you click on add liquidity, now you'll be presented with two interfaces. One, the BNB one of salt. Two, the tokens. Our own token that has no value. Now, if I select this token, I don't have any token now because we've not created token, but I want to use a token as example. And that token is Refi. Why do I want to use Refi? Refi was an airdrop they gave to us. They sent the 0 to blah blah back then. And since then, the admin of the token did not provide liquidity for the token, which makes it useless. It means I can provide liquidity for it, but I won't. Because if I provide liquidity for it, and the admin realize that the liquidity has been provided, people will be able to trade that coin. And once they are able to trade the coin, the admin has the power to dump because he has many of the coin at hand. So it's dangerous to do. It's a dangerous practice. So it is only the admin of the coin that is supposed to provide liquidity for it. But I just want to use it as an example. Now, remember, once we are here, I will be asked to choose BNB here. They will ask me to choose base currency. I will select our currency here. Here it will be BNB because it's BNB we want to use to provide liquidity. If it is BUSD we contributed during pre-sale, it's BUSD I would select here. But in our case, we select what? BNB. So what's going to happen? Remember we talked about that this 8 we want to use to provide liquidity. We want to pair 8 BNB to 200,000 BUS 200,000 DCH to determine our price. And we already said 1 BNB is going to be 25,000 DCH, which means anybody that bought pre-sale at 1 BNB at 50 will make 100% of his money immediately. So let's just call this refi DCH. Whenever I say refi, just see it like we are talking about this here because we've not created this Shitcoin. And you see what will happen here. If I put 8 BNB here, remember what they told me here? They said you are the first liquidity provider. The ratio of the token you add will set the price of this pool. So we are trying to add 2 tokens. The one that already has value, which is BNB, with our token that does not have value. I want to use this BNB to give our own token value. So we want to set the price on decentralized exchange. So what is going to happen if I set 8 BNB? They will now ask me, 8 BNB should be equals to how many DCH? Remember we said we'll be using RFE as DCH. I will now say, okay, let 8 BNB be... these people. I will say, let 8 BNB be equals to 200,000. DCH. Now, watch what happened. What is this? Automatically. What is this? They've able us to set our price, meaning 25,000 refi will be equals to 1 BNB. Remember, we said refi will be replaced DCH. Now, going back to my calculation which I did with you guys, what did I say here? 1 BNB will be equals to 25,000 DCH. And we follow the calculation through that A BNB will be equals to 200,000. And we came across that by saying 25,000 DCH divided by the 200,000 which we want to use to provide liquidity. And that is what gives us this 8 BNB. And by the time we set it here, automatically Pancakeswap has helped us to set our price. And now 25,000 DCH is equals to 1 BNB. And 0.0000404 is equals to BNB is equals to 1 DCH. And if you go and check that on Binance, if you go to Binance to go and check let's say 0.00000 maybe 4, but Binance cannot accept 4 zeros because of the rate. But 0.00030 zeros and 4 is equals to 0.21. But if we have 1 zero to the front, it will be 0.021. That is 2 cents. All right, that is about 2 cents is equals to 1 DCH. Now, what is happening here is the person that bought pre-sale at 1 BNB is equals to the person that bought our pre-sale at 1 BNB equals to 50,000. DCH has made what times 2 of his money, which is 100% of this money, because his 1 BNB is now worth what? His 1 BNB is now worth what? 2 BNB. Now, here is the thing. Once you set this price, once I click on this, but it's insufficient because I don't have enough coin here. I'm only using it as explanation. A coin will be generated and the coin will be in my wallet called LP. Pancake LP. The coin is an encrypted cryptocurrency that it's showing that signifies a combination of BNB and my coin. It will be in my wallet. That LP is what the div needs to either lock or burn it. Burning it means sending it to the address 000 address, but if the div send it to 00 address forever, the div cannot remove this liquidity from this Pancakeswap anymore. Forever, our coin will be tradable. Forever, till Jesus comes, the coin will remain tradable. As far as the coin does not have mintable option, it will be tradable forever. But it has its own repercussion. If anything happens to our token, let's say we created a new use cases and if you want to change the name of the coin and want to put a new this and created a new coin and want to remove the liquidity and add it to the new coin, there's no way we can do it anymore because we've burned it, we've sent it to a 00 address that no one can control. That is the essence of what? Locking the liquidity. Some people can lock it for 5 years, and the liquidity you lock for 5 years. For 5 years from then, say technology go down advance now. So, but when people lock it for so years, some people do lock for 3 months. That's why you need to be careful. You need to know, not just locking it. How many period do you lock it? Because what the LP means is, see, any trade that is going on here, if the div still have access to the LP, he did not burn it or did not lock it, he can easily come here and remove it. We just put the LP, he will just come here and separate these two things. Or every BNB here will go back to his wallet. Every coin here will go back to his wallet. And the BNB that has value, the coin does not have value anymore because he has removed the LP. Once you remove the LP, this coin has no value anymore. The BNB will be in his wallet. And what happens when you are trading right here? Now, remember that when we added liquidity right here, we set it to 8 is equals to 200,000 coin, which makes 25,000 equals to 1 BNB, right? And the person that bought 150,000 at 1 BNB has already made 2 BNB. Now, if somebody else come, maybe people now say our coin, they start buying, and one person now buy 1 BNB of the coin. The first person that buy 1 BNB of the coin will get 25,000 worth of this coin. Now, the 1 BNB the person buy will be added to the 8 that is here, making 9 BNB that we have in this pool. All right. Now, the 25,000 the person buy will be minus from this 200,000 in the pool. All right. We'll be left with 175. All right. So, the more this coin here, our coin is reducing, the less the more is reducing, the more BNB we will get, and the more BNB we are getting, the more the price of our coin keeps on going up. Now, let's say when this person buy, the first person that after listening, the first person that come to buy this coin bought it at 1 BNB for 25,000. All right. The next person that is going to buy this coin won't buy it again for 1 BNB for 25,000. Lie. By the time the second person is trying to come, maybe you want to buy 1 BNB or whichever coin is buying, because the price will be going up. It might be that it's 1 BNB by then, I only giving 20,000. All right. Yes, the 1 BNB of the person by then will give 120,000. Let's say the person buy 1 BNB again, plus the 9 that is already down, making 10 BNB. Now, you see, as this thing is increasing, the BNB is increasing. The person that participated in our pre-sale, that bought 1 BNB for 50,000 of this year, maybe he has not sold. His 2 BNB at that time would have been decreasing. It will be increasing, though. Will be increasing. It won't stay one place. It will be increasing because people are buying it, because 1 BNB is coming in here. People are now adding their BNB because when you come to buy our coin, it means you are giving us you are depositing our BNB in our pool, and you are getting our coin back. It is Pancakeswap that is now doing everything automatically, automating everything based on the price I've set. The developer on first. So now, as let's say another person came to buy again. And after like 8 people has bought, 8 BNB has been added to this place, making it 16 BNB. And this tokens here has reduced drastically to maybe like 50,000. All right. Maybe it has reduced to 50,000. We have 50,000 tokens here. Now, the nigga that bought 1 BNB during our pre-sale for 50,000, because the BNB right here has increased, as people are buying it, it means they are depositing their BNB here, collecting our coin keep on reducing. The more the coin reduces, the more the value increases. But even let's say after they've removed all they've been buying this coin, and we now have 16 BNB here. Let's say we now have 50,000 DC here. The 50,000 DC you have here will be very, very costly. 50,000 DHS, it means the 16 BNB here is equals to 50,000 DHS. Because by the time people are depositing, the more they are depositing BNB here buying, the more the price of this thing increases. Let's say 8 more people come to buy our coin, and they bought 1 BNB, that is 8 BNB, plus this 8 that I already put as the div. It makes it what? 16 BNB. Let's say the coin we have here is left, we have just 50,000. I will show you how to monitor it. 50,000 worth of this coin left. It means 50,000 worth of our coin is now what? 16 BNB. To buy, that means to buy 50,000 of our coin now is now what? To buy 50,000 of our coin now is now what? 16 BNB. 16 BNB. That is just the truth. 16 BNB. To buy it is 16 BNB. That is the truth. 16 BNB. Or no, it might not be 50,000 though, all right? It might not be 50,000 though, because before then, it will not even be 50,000, it will be more than that. Let's say maybe we have 100,000 left here. 100,000 left here. And we have 16 BNB left here. It means 16 BNB is equals to what? 100,000 worth of our token. All right? Because we listed it at 8. All right? Let's say they bought 100,000 worth of it and 8 people has removed 100,000 and the 8 is added there. It's equals to 16 BNB. And we have 100,000 here. It means 16 BNB is equals to this. Now, the person that is holding 50,000 worth of BNB, what do you think the value of his BNB, holding 50,000 worth of this shit? Let's say the guy has not sold. What do you think is the worth of his coin is? The worth of his coin is now what? 8 BNB. Remember, I bought it for 1 BNB during the pre-sale. Because it did not sell, it's now holding. And we have 100,000 DCH left in this pool. All right? We have 100,000 left in this pool. And we have 16 BNB here due to people buying it. It means half of the BNB here is the value of the guy's coin. Now, this is what's going to happen. If this nigga dump all his 50,000 and say, this is money. Him dumping, selling means 8 BNB will be removed from the 16. All right? The 50,000 he dumped will be added to this 100,000. The price will fall. Bam. 8 BNB. All right? Will now be worth 150 DCH because this nigga has dumped. Dumping mean he has added his own token back to this pool. He has taken out of the 16 BNB that is here. That is how the centralized exchange works. Now, let's say the guy did not sell. Greediness. The way we are always being greedy. This is what greediness costs. 16 BNB is here. Plus 8, 16. This one remain 100. The nigga that is holding 50,000 see, my token is now what? 8 BNB. Wow, he's now happy. It's 1 BNB. All of a sudden, I've turned to 8 BNB. And me, the admin, I'm holding 100,000. All right? Remember, 16 BNB is now here. 100 is now here. All right? And me, the admin, remember, I'm holding 10%, which is 100,000. Let's say I'm a wicked person, if I want to rock pool, this is how I will rock. I will now go and dump, let's say I now dump all my 100,000. And remember, 16 BNB is equals to 100,000. This. It means the value of the coin I'm holding as the bid is now worth 16 BNB. If I quickly go and sell all the coin, it means I will take all this 16 BNB right here. The price that was up green, all of a sudden, a green that went up, you just see red. Why? Because admin has sold all his 100,000 token. He has taken all this. And maybe the admin did that because maybe, in fact, maybe when I sold everything, I've taken all the BNB here. Now, what happened? 100,000 will be added to the 100,000 here. It will now go back to 200,000 DCH. But here, there will not be BNB here. It will now be 0.000. Now, let's say a new set of people is now coming to still now buy. Because they've heard of the coin before that it was pumping and they now say that it dump. Because they do not have sense. They do not know what is going on. They don't have idea about rock pulling. They now started buying. As they are buying now, because of the initial price that's set at that time, Pancakeswap will still be using it to calculate. Let's say new person now come, because this thing is now relatively cheap. But by then, they won't be able to buy plenty because you'll be telling them pricing past 2i. That's why you'll be seeing pricing past 2i. Pricing past 2i means there's no enough liquidity. So they will only be able to buy small. So let's say the new niggas that are just coming in, they started buying small. As they are buying, they are depositing their BNB at 0.1, 0.01, 0.2. The BNB started building up here. It will start giving this coin value back. Now, remember, me as the admin, I don't have any token in my wallet again because I've dumped everything on you guys. But if I did not lock this LP, or I did not burn it, and the LP is sweet with me, I will be looking at you people. I will allow people to be trading. You people will still be selling, will be buying. Now, I can decide to wait. When I see that people are buying means you are depositing your BNB into this pool, while this my coin with 200,000 start reducing again. Now, let's say the total number of tokens you guys have deposited there is now 16. Remember, I don't have any coin to sell again. That is where mint function comes. Let's say I have a mint function in my contract. I will just go back again. Once I go back, I will go and mint new coin, like maybe 100,000 again. Into my own wallet. Once I mint it, I will come back here again. I will dump on you guys again. Boom! I will remove all this 16,000. This 16 BNB that is here again, I will remove it because I don't have any more before, but I'll go and mint new coin. It's now in my wallet. Then I will come back and sell, dump on you people. You will just see that again. Brrr, everything will just come down. You know what's happening now? Maybe some people that does not have sense again will start coming. Bye. I will still go and mint. I will continue minting. That is, maybe I've locked the LP and I see that I can't remove it. I will go and mint. But let's say I don't have mint function in my token, in my token, but I did not lock the LP, and I've already dumped on you guys the first time, and I don't have any coin to dump on you again. But I see that people are still trading my tokens, and the pooled BNB that is now here, because as you are buying my token, you are depositing your BNB. As you are using your BNB to buy coin, you are depositing it here, and if it is BUSD you are even buying, automatically Pancakeswap will convert your BUSD to BNB and deposit it here in this pool. And it's only me that have power to remove BNB in this pool if I did not lock the LP and I did not burn it. Remember, when I pair these two together, there's a token that they gave me called LP. It's in my wallet. If I come back to this liquidity, please, I will just say, let's say your 16 BNB that is there. Let's say I did not lock the liquidity and I did not burn the liquidity the pool token they gave to me. And your 16 BNB is there. The next thing I will now do is what? I will just come here. I will just remove the LP. Removing the LP means I will separate this. I will give Pancakeswap the LP token they give me back. I will import it back. By the time I import it, it will show me this interface. It will now tell me that you want to remove your pool token. I will say yes. Or any BNB that is there, that if the new people has deposited again, which is the 16, and this any token that is here, I will separate them and remove it. All your BNB that is here, remember I've done the first one on you, which I have 16 BNB. But when some new guys started buying this coin again, a new BNB was inside that pool. I will separate it. I will remove it. I will remove the LP. It means I will go and separate this coin. I will remove this BNB. It will go back to my wallet. This other token, it will go back to my wallet. Then, once I remove it, this token is useless. But this BNB is not useless because it means I now have about what? 32 BNB. Because I dumped the first one. Some niggas were buying against 16. I quickly go and remove the LP. But if I've locked the liquidity provider maybe for 1 year, I won't be able to remove the LP. Locking it means I'm telling you, I can lock on Uniswap or DLC means I'm sending it to Uniswap or DLC. Their smart contracts will lock it, will hold it. It will not be my wallet. It will be my wallet, but it will be useless. It can't be traded. If I come here, it has been encrypted. So if Pancakeswap will not be able to see it. I won't be able to provide it to Pancakeswap. Uniswap will not be able to use it because the only person that can use that LP is me. Anything I want to do on Pancakeswap, I need to connect to this wallet that I created the token from. Uniswap does not have access to my private key though, but their smart contracts temporarily has destroyed my LP. It has hold it. Meaning, if I come to Pancakeswap here, I can't provide it for Pancakeswap until the year I set. If it is 3 months I set, so fine. Since I don't have mint function here, there's nothing I can do. You people will continue trading the coin. There's nothing I can do. because I've dumped on you guys, but you people can continue trading my token. But immediately the days I set to release the LP lock, maybe I set it to 3 months. After 3 months, Uniswap smart contract will unlock it for me. And when I come back to this place, I will see it. I'll be able to provide for Pancakeswap. And by the time I'm able to provide it, if by then when I come back, I see that, now 100 BUSD don't day is here, and some few of my token is there, which means my token has only gone up. What is going to happen? I'll just go and remove it. If I'm a bad person, no bad at me, I don't work out with that. But if to say they lock am for 5 years, for 5 years, the admin will come on in mind for 5 years too much now. You don't even remember saying get token of such again because you don't dump on you and people can still trade. But if it to say get mint function, you go see the chop now. They go even to say lock am for 200 years. As far as it has mint function on the token, it will continue generating a new coin. That is another way of deceiving you. A person that has mint function can tell that he has locked coin, but don't mind the mint function. Mint function is using the lock to deceive you people. Yes, it can tell people I've locked it for 500 years. But as far as the token has mint function, it will continue generating coin and be selling. The price will keep on going down. If people try to buy, to raise the price up, you will still go and generate new token, it will sell. That is how it works. Now, how can you monitor the token impulse? Where you can monitor it, you will have to go to maybe pancakeswap.info. You will have to choose smart chain. We go to pancakeswap.info. So once you come to this pancakeswap.info, you will just search from here. You can search. That is if Pancakeswap are synchronized, because it has not synchronized all this blockchain, all these blocks. You can see only 5,762,431 blocks has been synchronized, and out of 7,241,000. So it has to synchronize all this. So then you now search for your token right here. All right, with the smart contract. Right, but you have to wait till all these things synchronize, which it might take days. So as far as it has not synchronized, a new coin that just got listed will not show here yet, because it has not synchronized the block when the token was created. So, but now let's just use the token as an example. When we come down here, let's say we want to search for a token. Let's say when we come down here, let me just search for a token and use it to explain. Let me just search for a token. Okay, I will use SPF to explain. Now, you will see all coins are always listed, the all tokens, and the liquidity to provide. Remember, liquidity is money. This is all the money they provided, liquidity, each token provided for their tokens. And meanwhile, you can provide liquidity in different currencies. So, let's click on SFP. I want to use SFP to explain to you. Currently, as we speak, SSP price is not 2.62. The reason why this is 6.52 is because at this block that you are seeing here, SFP was 2.62, but if this block synchronize finish, this new block SSP is currently $1.something. This is the current block because it has not synchronized all this block finish. It is so now when you come here, all right, you will see total liquidity that SFP provided that they added, where I explained to you, is $7 million, $505,869. Now, to better understand it, we have to wait to better see the number of coin SLP provided for this particular liquidity. Like how many worth of dollars, like maybe BNB gave, how many worth of BNB? How many? This is how many worth of BNB did they pair with their coin? For us to know, we have to wait till this thing synchronize and show us. This is where we tell the number of token. It is what we use to determine the price of coin. You can determine the price of coin here. So we have to wait till it's finished synchronizing. We have to wait till it loads up the data. So if you check here, you see top pairs. Top pairs means different coin that SFP use in providing liquidity. Number one, the top one is they use BNB. They provided liquidity of about $15 million for BNB/SFP. They provided liquidity of just $30 for about for SFP. So, but I'm only concerned with this one because this is the main one they provided liquidity for. All that one is small. The volume is small. So let's wait till this thing synchronizes so that I can show you something. Oh, sorry, mistake from me. I made a mistake by waiting, by keeping you waiting. So it is here we click here. All right, we click on this particular one. All right, because it is the one they paired BNB. This WBNB means wrapped BNB. Still the same thing as BNB. So we click on it. Now, once you click on it, it will take you here. What is this? It will show you the price. To tell you that 1 BNB is equals to what? 96.56 XFP. That was not the initial price they listed it though. And you can see that it's showing 1 BNB as $251. So like I said, this blockchain has not fully synchronized, because at block 5762528, 1 BNB was currently $2,251, all right? But at block 7241576, which we are currently at now, 1 BNB is about $500 and something. So that's why you are seeing it like this. So at this current block, because it has not yet synchronized all this block, all right, that's why you are seeing this price. This is not the current price of BNB. It was the current price at this particular block, all right. So, but from here, once you click on the pair, you can see that is not telling you look total liquidity that was added for BNB PS, BNB slash SPF is what is $14,965,072. All right. So, you will now see the pool token. Now, this is the pool token. The token. Now, this pool token is the total number of BNB plus the total SFP that was pooled, that was paired. So is this the same thing I've been explaining to you? So like you can see it, 29,744 BNB is equals to what? 2,872,291 SFP. All right, 291 SFP. All right. So that was the same thing I've been explaining to you guys. All right, that is what I've been explaining to you guys. So like what I explained to you, so it's here you see everything, the pool token, what they added. But initially, SLP added more than this. All right, but when people started buying, they started depositing their BNB, depositing the BNB. So the pool token, this SLP, continue reducing. And from here, we can determine the price here. For you to determine the price, all you just have to do is divide 29,744, this 29,744 BNB by the 2 million. You will see that you will get what? 0.01 BNB. 2974, this is it here. 2974 29744 divided by 2872 391. What is this? 0.1 BNB. So that is how to determine the price of a token from Pancakeswap info. The same applies to Uniswap. The same applies to julswap. The same applies to bakeryswap. Just go to their respective Explorer page, right? Like bakeryswap.info or .org and julswap.info, bakeryswap.info, uniswap.info. They all have the same interface, the same thing. So this is how to know the pool token, the number of token, all right? So, but SFP is safe power and wallet. Now they are good projects now, they are good at divs. But if it was a bad div, and imagine say in a bad div and I don't contribute, and I don't buy many of their tokens, the more people are buying the token, depositing their BNB here, the more the BNB keep on increasing, the more the SFP keep on reducing, the more the price keeps on going. So if somebody that this thing has 2974, this thing does not mean it will stay there. If we refresh now, it might have changed. Let's try to refresh and see if it has changed. Reload. It might have changed. It might be by somebody have sold 29744. Let's see if it will change. It might have been that somebody have sold or somebody has buy again. 29744 was the BNB we have there. All right, 29744. Let's see. You can see 29743. What happens? It means somebody sold safe power. All right.
because they sell safe power, the BNB will reduce, the price of safe power will drop a bit. The safe power the person sold will be added to this. This is 2,872. Remember when we were dividing in time, it was 2,872, 391. All right, you can see it 391. You can see it 2,872, 391, 2,029,744. Compare it now, 29743, 2872, 556. So it means more safe power is now here and lesser BNB. And what happens? It means someone has just sold his own safe power. So for them to sell, meaning selling means you are adding your safe power back here, taking out of this BNB. That is how liquidity works. So now imagine if safe power div want to rug pull you people and it's now bad, or he has a main function in his token and he now go and mint 2 million. Imagine the div is a wicked person. All right. Imagine the div is wicked. Imagine the div is wicked. The div now go and mint 2,872, 556 SFP. What will happen? It means once he dump it, all these 29743 will definitely goes to his wallet, and you will now have 2872 plus another 2872 of this coin here. Meaning you now have about 5 point something million worth of XSP and 0.000 worth of BNB in this pool. That is what will be left. And by the time you want to go and sell, you'll be seeing pricing part too high, because there's no enough liquidity. But let's say, safe power, they are good. This thing now, everybody knows safe power. But let's say it does not have mint wallet, it functions, but liquidity is not locked. All right, liquidity is not locked. It can just go to the Pancakeswap. The LP token he got while he was trying to add this pool here, because this is a pool. When you add to coin, it's called pool. You're adding to a pool. All right. Let's say you go and remove the LP. It means you'll be able to separate this from this. Meaning, by the time you remove the LP from Pancakeswap, 29743 will be sent back to his wallet. 2872,556 will be sent back to his wallet also. The 287556 will have no value, but the BNB will have value. What is giving this coin value? This coin you are seeing here value, all right, is this 29 BNB. This 29 BNB is automatically this is the one giving this coin value. Without this BNBs, this coin has no value. So this coin is what is giving this thing value. So when the person remove all this coin and the SLP automatically becomes useless. All right, it automatically becomes useless. All right, it automatically becomes useless. That is what you should know. All right, it automatically becomes useless. So that is how liquidity works. But these are good projects. But this page for new coin, you might not see it. It's not like it will not be there. It's there, but because it has not synchronized, you can see that this is not the current price of SSP now. This was the current price at this block. For blocks to synchronize, reach this million, they take time. So until if we create our own coin before it synchronizes, it must at the block we created it. It might be that let's say we created our own at block 72441578 until it reach that block, because before the price of our coin starts showing, before this page start showing our own, else it will not show. So that is how liquidity was. Now let me now show you how they go and lock on. Let's see if the lock actually lock SFP. Let's see if it was locked. So to check if the coin was actually locked, you will head straight to two places, but the most popular one is Uniswap. All right, Uniswap. Uniswap.network and DX sales, but Uniswap is the most popular one people use. I mean serious tokens, so they want to lock their tokens. Let's head straight to Uniswap. All right, so this is it. You can see list of any tokens can lock on you, both Ethereum and these things. You can see it. Total lock token across Uniswap is what, $499.39 million. You can see it. Uniswap, Ethereum, SB Moon. If you come here, you will see that total lock. This is SB Moon. SB Moon, all right, provided is a coin on Uniswap, and The coin that they pair with their own is Ethereum, because definitely on Uniswap is Ethereum you can pair, because it's on Ethereum blockchain, but on Binance Smart Chain is BNB. So you can see they lock their own. All right, but I don't like it. This is a scam. It might be potential scam. Why? Look at the period they lock it. Look at the period they lock it. See, for hours. See, I believe these guys has deceived many that they've locked this token, which truly they've locked it. But if we click on this thing, if we click on this place here, click on it, it will give us the full breakdown of this coin, of the lock period. It will load the details. Can you see it? They locked the LP. 98.9% of the LP was locked. 98% was locked. LP. That is when they provide liquidity. All right. Because sometimes when they want to lock liquidity, they don't lock everything, because they might want to take part. Because when you provide liquidity for a coin, it will give you another LP tokens. It might be tokens, but the tokens you can decide to lock 100% or 50%. But some people will lock 50% or 20% or 30% of it. Why? The reason is the remaining percent. Tomorrow, they might want to use it. They might want to create a new PS, or they might want to port it to another exchange. They might want to make the exchange too, like one on Pancakeswap, another exchange of bakeryswap or julswap, so that their exchange where you can trade their coins to, they will move the other ones to the other exchange. But these people now lock 90%. But the thing is, I don't like the fact that they lock it too. But let's see the period they lock it. See, unlock date 19/05/2021. So unlock date. This coin will be unlocked back in 6 hours time. What is the time? The time is currently 8 o'clock, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. By 2 a.m. in the midnight, this coin will be locked. This LP will be unlocked. And once it's unlocked, it means the div of this coin can go to Uniswap, separate it, sell, and remove an LP worth $179,193. It means it can run away with people's $171,000, because I don't see reasons why an LP will be locked for just few days. I don't know when this coin launched, but if this coin launched this month, or it launched some few hours ago, and the div of this coin only locked this thing for maybe like 3 days or a month, then it's nonsense. Why would you lock a coin for some? But some people might not take note of this thing. They will not know. They will be trading this coin. They are trading this coin, but in 6 hours time, the div has opportunity of taking all the money here away if it's a bad div. That is what it means. Now let me show you some people. We see that some people lock their own for 6 years. Good coins must lock. You can see Musk. Musk is another token. All those Shalaye shitcoin, they lock down for 6 months. Yuan/BNB. You can see that this is Pancakeswap. This is Uniswap. These people lock down to for 6 months. 6 months is still okay though. But after that 6 months, they can now relock it again. Some people lock down for 6 months, but you see some people that lock down for 1 year, 2 years. Okay, this one locked down for a year plus. All right, this is SaveMoon. SaveMoon locked down for 4 years. So for the next 4 years, SaveMoon cannot what? They cannot remove LP for the next 4 years. So let's see how many percentage token SaveMoon locked on Uniscript. So you can use Uniscript to lock. So you can see it. SaveMoon. This thing is down, but SaveMoon only locked 49.9% of the liquidity. They did not lock everything. They only lock 49%, which is about approximately they lock 50% of the LP tokens. And the 50% of the total lock token which they lock is 27,144 out of the total is the total LP token is 54,334.5544. Then they only lock about half of it, which is 27. They only lock about half of it, all right, which is 27. That is what they lock it. So normally some coin we don't lock 100% because it is risky, like I said, to lock 100%. Issues might arise and they want to port to new contract address, all right. So but SaveMoon just only lock 50%, while they leave 50%. So they can't rock pool because these guys are proving themselves, and on CoinMarketCap they are in number 8. They are in number 8, which makes it a good coin. So, but if you want to lock your token, this is where you will come. You will just have to connect. You will connect. It's not only LP you can lock, where anyone can lock token. You yourself, you can lock your token. Let's say you have your pig and you don't want to sell, like you want to leave it for the next 3 years, or maybe like you bought some coin for your children and you don't want to spend it. like investment for your children. Maybe like you bought Ethereum for your children. You bought about 500 worth of Ethereum for your children, or you bought any coin, or maybe Dogecoin or Peak token for your children, or FEG. Just like me, I want to buy some coin down for my children. Let's say I buy it, and I know that a situation might come that might warrant you want to sell your coin, all right? And you don't want to sell it. And maybe your children, you have to change your 5 years, and you want to present the coin to the child. Maybe when it's 10 years old, you can come to this Uniswap, all right? You just, when you come here, okay, you just change this thing. You change it to you will connect, all right? Just once you click on connect, if it is Pancakeswap I want to do, we make sure we visit this thing from our from our Trust Wallet apps. We connect, and once you click on connect, it will ask us to choose. We choose MetaMask, and it will automatically connect, and we'll be able to choose Binance Smart Chain. Once you connect, we see the list of your token. They will ask you which one do you want to lock. I can decide to lock my pick. It will ask me to put the amount I want to lock. I will put the amount I want to lock. All right, I will do a next video on how to lock coin. Next video will be on how to lock. I will show you. So I can lock part of my pig or part of my FEG for like 5 years for my children. I can lock it for 20 years. Yeah, but we know be God though. What if the person died before then? Or what if the rapture takes place before then? But I'm just telling you how to lock. You can then lock it for a period of 5 years. If you lock it for 5 years, it means if your child is 5 years old, you will only have access to sell the coin, because once you lock it, you can't do anything with that coin again. You can't move it out of the wallet. You can't sell it. You can't do anything with the coin. You only be looking at it. You can't do anything. So that way, you won't be able to sell. Even if you need money badly, there's nothing you can do about it. So you have to think twice before you lock token. You see that you start locking it for 5 months. After 5 months complete, you feel like there is a need to lock. You can lock it again. Or if you have many, you can just lock half of what you have for the next 10 years for your children. Let's say you invest in it. If you invest in Ethereum now, let's say you invest $1,000 in Ethereum now, and you split it in, maybe you have 3 children, you split it in 3 places for your children, maybe like 250 or 300, 320 for your children. If you lock all the 3 for like 15 years, maybe the children are still 1 year old, you lock it for 15 years. In 15 years' time, price of Ethereum might be like maybe $200,000 per one, and the $200 worth, $300 worth of Ethereum you bought for your child today, by then might be worth about maybe maybe for example might be worth about $50,000 each. So that means by the time your children clock 15 years, by that time that the coin will unlock, if you have 15 years to your own years, that means you will be aging already, but your children will meet money on ground, because by then it's good to buy FEG. I will discuss this thing on another video. To buy all this FEG you are seeing in the next 15 years, there will be money. There will be big money, just like Doge. So imagine, or maybe some good coin like bakeryswap, some of these coins are still cheap, that has good progress, that are still cheap, that are still 10 cents. Imagine buying it now and leaving it for the next 15 years. Just imagine the price it will be. Let's say you just buy just 100 for your children. Imagine what this coin will be in the next 15 years. Imagine what they will be in the next 15 years. This coin, imagine what Pancakeswap will be in the next 15 years. Pancakeswap in the next 15 years, one Pancakeswap might be worth $1,000 to $2,000. Imagine somebody that has 100, 200, 2,000 of it. So imagine, all this pig, imagine what they will be in the next 15 years. Imagine, so if you lock it for those 15 years for your children, you won't be able to sell. That is the essence of all this Uniswap and all these things we are seeing. So once you connect your wallet, you can come here and lock any coin, and you can actually search for any coin right here that you like. You can search, like, you can choose between maybe Pancakeswap or Uniswap or SushiSwap or QuickSwap or any swap. You can choose any of it. Then if it is Pancakeswap, you choose. You can click on pairs, or you can click on tokens. Once you click on tokens, you can you can just look for the token name. Let me look for XFP. Let me see if XFP lock their own. Let me search if XFP lock. Bam, you can see that XFP lock it. You can see XFP here, they lock. Or you can use their smart contract to search for them. You know how to get smart contract now. And let's say you have their smart contract, okay? Let's see if XFP lock. Okay, it said price of XFP is currently $3.11. Okay, XFP did not lock anything. The total supply of XFP is what, 500 million. So XFP did not lock their token on Uniswap. They did not lock any of their token. So like I said, not every div will lock their token. So XFP did not lock their token at all. You can see they did not lock it. You can see no liquidity on Uniswap. So, but if you come here if you come to all tokens here, all tokens, you will see list of tokens. You can see that even BNB locked some of their token. USDT locked their own. BTCB, Egg locked their own. You can see. So XVS. Let's see if XVS locked. Let's see. This is SVS here. Okay, SVS did not lock as well. They did not lock their own. You can just try to search for coin that lock their coin, right? So if you want to see if a coin lock, you will check here if they lock. If since front, let's see if front lock their own. No, they did not lock their own as well. They did not lock their own as well. They did not lock. All right, no lock liquidity. They did not lock. So let's see PS. Let's see. They did not lock. If you come to PS, you will start seeing if a coin locked or not. So if you click on PS, all right, it's PS you will come. If you click on that PS, this PS right there, you will see if any token that locks their coin. Elongate, you can see that Elongate also locked their own for the next 6 months. This green makes lock. Okay, next it will be available in next 6 months. GMR will be available in a year. So if you want to see a coin that really locks their token, this is Football Street. They lock their own too. Football Stars. Wait, is this not the Football Stars people were currently buying that time? The Football Stars I want to. Is it though? Wow. All right, if you are watching my video, remember I told you that Football Stars lock their token when we check on right here. Let me check on right here. And I was telling you guys that they locked their token. I think group 4 members. Or that I was telling you that Football Stars locked their token. All right, this is it right there. This is it right here. You know, I was checking this in and I see something of unlock, and I see something of lock right up here. And I was telling you that they lock because Football Stars is a nice token which people should buy. I wanted to post it on our group. You can see it. They lock it. Now, I just saw it here. Wow. I'll go and buy Football Star. They've proven to me. Wow, this is it. Football Stars lock their own. So they lock 94% and it will be available in 2022. Total LP locked. Look at the LP lock. They locked 96.4%. Wow, it makes it good. This is a good project. You guys should invest in it. Wow, it's nice. Wow, Football Stars lock 96% and it will be available next year. Lock about $1.4 million worth of this thing. Wow, you guys should invest in it. And in fact, it was this thing we were discussing in group 4 that made promise a member that I was going to do this video. All right. So Football Stars lock their LP token. So this is all about how to check coins that are locked on Uniswap. All right. Imagine if we've copied Football Stars and smart contract and we search it here, we would have seen it. All right. If we had come to PS here and we copied the smart contract address of Football Stars right here. Let me see. People are still buying this coin. My God, people are still buying this. I was waiting for it to depot, but people are still buying it, and it's still cheap. Now, if we copy the smart contract, let's say we copied it. Let's say we copied the smart. Let's say we copied the smart contract, and we come to this place and we paste it here. We paste it here. All right. Oh God. All right, Pancakeswap API is currently having issues, so it should have bring it out for us. All right, so it should have bring it out for us. Okay, let's search it here. All right, it should have bring Football Stars for you can see it here. So when we click on it, it will tell us if the liquidity is locked. You can see it, liquidity locked. All right, but it should not load the chart for us. Why? Because Pancakeswap is currently having issues. But if you scroll down, you will see what is locked. They lock it /BNB. You can see this is locked for a year. All right. So this is how everything goes. All right. So Football Stars actually locked their liquidity, and it's a good sign. And this is one of the reasons why I'll be willing to buy much of these Football Stars, because they've proven that they are nice. So thanks for watching this video. Do have a wonderful night rest and do have a great day. And please, if you have any question, you can drop it in the comment box. I'm very, very sorry that this video was long, but I just have to explain to you how all this thing works. Thanks. Do have a wonderful night.